Good morning from sunny Vienna, guys. Today I'm following the footsteps of the great composer Gustav Mahler, or a great conductor, as they knew him back in his days. So now I'm in the Opera House, and we know that Mahler had his debut here conducting Wagner's Lohengrin, which was a triumph. This is Gustav Mahler Saal, in which you can have drinks during the interval if you come see an opera here. And the tapestries that you can see on the wall are actually scenes from Mozart's The Magic Flute. There is a contemporary portrait of Gustav Mahler and a bust by the renowned sculptor Rodin of Mahler displayed here as well. Next, as you come out of the east end of the Opera House, you can see a fountain, and look opposite the fountain and you will see this Hollywood style star on the pavement and dedicated to Mahler. So once you made your way out of the Opera House from the east, you will cross the road and you see Mahlerstraße, which is the one right behind me. And it's not always named this. In the Habsburg era, it was named something else, and then it changed into Meistersingerstraße, which is based on Wagner's opera Die Meistersinger von Nürnberg, and then it changed back to Mahlerstraße. So let's go. Actually, before we go on, I'm gonna stop by my favorite cafe in Vienna and have a quick breakfast. We all know the dazzling, the gracious Vienna Philharmonic, and this, the Musikverein, is their home base up until today. Just imagine that, as the director of the Vienna State Opera, Mahler was also in here, in the Musikverein, conducting many concerts with the Vienna Philharmonic. This was Mahler's apartment when he was the director of the Vienna State Opera. The house was made by the famous Art Nouveau architect Otto Wagner. Mahler had an official phone with which he was in contact with the opera, and also an official car. This plaque says Gustav Mahler lived and composed in this house from 1898 to 1909. And here is the plan for the apartment. So I'm now in front of the Wiener Konzerthaus, and for 2 years under the Nazi rule, Mahler's music was banned, and on the 3rd of June 1945, his art returned to the Austrian culture life. This is a plaque commemorating the return of his work after the end of the Nazi rule. Now I am in Haus der Musik, and here you can find specific room dedicated to each composer, and I am in Mahler's room. The room was actually designed by Mahler's own grandnephew, Peter Mahler. And here is the crown jewel, Mahler's handwriting on Marriage of Figaro score. Now I'm taking the tram up to Grinzing to visit Mahler's grave, and the journey takes about 30 minutes from the city center. Amongst the people who attended Mahler's funeral were Gustav Klimt, the painter, Bruno Walter, the conductor, and Schoenberg, the composer. As per Mahler's request, he is buried alongside his daughter Maria Mahler, or his little Putzi, who died of diphtheria. Shortly after the death of his daughter, Mahler learned that he has a defective heart valve, which would lead to his death only a few years later. Mahler's grave is actually nothing fancy, it merely shows his name. And according to his biography, it's because Mahler said that anyone who comes to look for me will know who I was, and the rest of them don't need to know. Only a few steps away is his wife's grave, Alma Mahler, who survived him by more than 50 years. So now that I've visited Mahler's grave, there is a grave of one more person in Grinzing that I would love to visit, and that's of my favorite author, Thomas Bernhard. So I'm gonna try and find it. So I think it's around here somewhere. Should take a left. Oh, here it is. Well, that was really peaceful and reflective, you know, especially when you think about the works that they created. Like for Mahler, you think about the grandeur of his Second Symphony. For Bernhard, you think about the books that he wrote. It's just amazing. Towards the end of his life, Mahler spent time in New York as the chief conductor of the Met Opera and the New York Philharmonic. But in May 1911, he boarded a ship and returned to Vienna, and he was brought here actually to the Low Sanatorium, where he died of endocarditis, which is basically an infection of the inner lining of the heart, which people like Mahler, you know, with defective heart valves are prone to. And yeah, this was where he died, and this used to be the biggest private health clinic in Vienna, but it's closed down in 1936. So now all you can see is this plaque commemorating his death and a few bars of his music. So with the story of Mahler's death, I end this video of Mahler Walk in Vienna. And for you Mahler's lovers out there, I think this is a great idea if you've got a chance to come to Vienna to, you know, spend a day following the footsteps of your favorite composer. It's really refreshing. So with that, I will see you in my next video.